Yeah, that's a thing. That's real.
Hey, welcome back. It's Wednesday again. We are in episode 66 of Krasden, calling this one Two Down. She's certain that I'm ending this in 3 episodes. This has been one long play for me to end it, just make a campaign to 69 episodes. But if I do it, how do I get like a high five?
Uh-huh. You get a crisp high five
Yes!
and a nice.
Nice. All right. Crucible is going to go ahead and lead us off, but Crucible and Duncan are going to let us know what happened kind of the past 2 episodes, because last week is going to need a bit of a preamble as well.
Right, but I'm not going to give much of a history of this whole thing prior to it. I just wanted to point out that
In the beginning,
last time that we met was we had just chased Dolph out of the council chambers area because he was going to bomb the whole thing up. He sent in his henchmen to do that. So we were chasing him down. We got to the train area, and just all sorts of, crazy things were going on there. So, Joe ended up working with Nitma for a little bit to stop all incoming trains into the station there because it was, the tracks were destroyed. It was just going to be hell to pay if anything come running in there. Meanwhile, Bagby, she decides to take off after Dolph. And she assumes that the brewery is the best place to find him. So she's jetting off that way while Crucible, me, and Duncan, we
Hey, me as well.
right, and we'll get to that in a second. There, the reason he's talking so funny. So Duncan and I pull this young goblin out of some wreckage, and we turn him over to the nearby guards, and then we ask for directions to Dolph's brewery because we figure we'll go help Bagby at that time. So Bagby, well ahead of us, gets to the brewery and decides, hey, there's a lot of gobby henchmen around here. I think maybe I should wait for the rest of my group before I do anything. So she kind of holds off for a little bit. That's when Duncan and myself arrive at the brewery, and we stand watch because we can't sneak for crap. So Bagby does what she does best and runs recon and finds out that the building is pretty heavily guarded by Dolph's henchmen. So what do? We go into battle.
Well, first we've got to wait. We've got to wait for other people to show up because if we went in there right away, we may have been hurt really bad.
We did wait for Joe and Ori to show up. We did. Right. I mean, we're not heroes on our own. Waited for them to show up in the middle. We hardly even got started in this battle when something went horribly wrong with some wild magic. Duncan, do you want to share that with us?
Well, there was quite a lot of wild magic happening. I mean, it happened more than one time. It actually happened 2 times. And at one point, I was suddenly 9 years younger. So now, even though I'm 21, I look like I'm 12 again. My whole body went younger then. But it didn't stop me from, throwing down some damage on the bad guys. Because, I'm still powerful. I'm just younger now.
Yeah, it's actually more amazing to watch him now because you wouldn't imagine someone so young would be so powerful.
Right. I think I scared a few of them away.
Yep. So we continued the battle. Started outside. We went inside the brewery. Then eventually, along with Dolph, we're battling his henchmen, as well as I believe a lightning elemental.
Right.
And but hey, we are amazing at what we do.
Well, I had a bit of a problem again at that point, and we all became invisible.
That is true. I forgot about that. The wild magic was really wild that night. So, but eventually, we end the fight with an unconscious Dolph and a 12-year-old Duncan.
Aye.
Anybody need to add anything?
Well, I think we need to give you what's due to you, Crucible, because you took out the lightning elemental. That was all you. Well done.
Nobody else helped.
No one else did.
Others did help, but it was tough.
Love the new Dufo.
Oh, and then someone else was, and I helped.
And I help.
Oh.
Sorry about the
I'm
occasional.
not really sure what anymore, but meh.
Sorry about the occasional stutter. Don't know what's going on. I think it's an internet issue that I don't have control over. That leads us to exactly where we left off. You find yourselves in the sort of brew room portion of the brewery. There's water everywhere. There's a bunch of dealt with henchmen lying around. The barn doors, the large double barn doors, are open.
They are.
And
There's an ice slick on the other side of it. You got to be careful.
Dulce is unconscious, and there's one dude hiding in the back who was smart enough to realize they weren't winning.
If I'm correct, your words last week were he was shitting his pants.
Yes. He was wearing the brown pants.
It's quite smart.
So, what do you do?
Yo, that was crazy. Is everybody okay?
And I'm gonna walk over and restrain the gobbo that's pooping his pants.
I'm a little tired. I think I'll sit over here and not engage with anyone.
Well, that seems like a good idea. You do seem to be quite injured. Vic, you might have gotten hit in the throat. It almost seems lower than normal. Your voice.
I did. They punched me straight in the larynx.
Wow, Joe, you really should be more careful when you're, like, blocking. You've got to put your hands up so that they block. And don't let them hit you in the larynx.
Thanks, Bagby. Pretty sure it's larynx.
Well, either way, either or, it's a very vulnerable area, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're so much better at fighting than me, and it's on record now.
We all knew that.
I'm waiting to get a text. So what is the plan now that you have Dulce? Moving through the city with an
Suppose we got to
unconscious
take-
councilman.
Right. How are we going to get him all the way back there?
I could try to find a wheelbarrow.
Yes, we need a wheelbarrow and a, what do they call that, a Holocaust cloak?
A what?
A what?
What do they call that in the Princess
What?
Bride?
All right. I see
Okay,
what
so
you're
we're
saying.
canceling Patrick and Phil tonight? That's a lot for one evening.
What is it called now? It's gonna bug me.
A cloak? Are
Yeah,
you
it's
looking
a
for the
Princess
word
Bride.
cloak?
It's a Princess Bride reference.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I've seen that movie so many times.
When they
Well,
put
they actually, that is what they call it. They call it a Holocaust cloak.
Okay, that sounded right for some horrible reason.
I don't want to hang out in your bleach blonde parties.
Ori, can you turn into animals anymore?
No, I'm afraid I'm all out there.
Is Joe able to conjure his steed? Either the warhorse?
Yeah, but that's all I'm doing today.
I mean, we could just tie Dolph up on top of that thing.
suppose we could just fight our way back there.
Through the city?
I'm ready.
Well, the city's all on our side, right? We did the right thing here.
He's all 12 and angsty now.
We're like heroes and stuff, right?
I mean, I am a member of the council now, so I can simply just announce that he's under arrest for treason and a terrorist attack
guards-
on the council building.
And the
I think
guards
the-
could take him back, yeah.
I think the point is that he's probably got quite a few people around here that are loyal to him.
Oh yeah.
And when they
this is
see
kinda
what I
good.
did to his face, I think they'll back off.
All right. I'll do whatever you want me to do, Bagby. First, I got to have some milk and some cookies. It's snack time.
Thanks for the sub.
I
Thanks
don't
for the
think
sub,
they're
Captain.
gonna have that at the brewery, but is there like a bowl of cocktail peanuts or something?
Sure. I don't know where this is
I
going.
not to talk. And I pat him gently on the head. There you go, boy.
Thanks. It's a bit too far, though. Just telling you.
Okay. So you're just gonna carry him through the city.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if Duncan is so concerned, we can put him on the back of the war horse and just throw a blanket on top.
Hey guys, he's not that heavy.
He's
I mean-
a goblin.
I don't mean to be a dick, but
All right, or he's carrying him.
I'm going to find some, like a tablecloth or a couple tablecloths and fashion a baby Bjorn out of them and tie him to Ori's back and then put a little, another tablecloth on top of him to
Okay.
sort of mask him.
Okay, I understand.
Now
Really?
put your cloak on, Ori, over top of it, and you just look like you have a hunchback. And then you have to walk like this.
Really just embarrassing the guy on the way out as well.
oh, I'm Ori.
I feel like there needs to be a rule for that.
Yeah, we're gonna go with deception. Disguise doesn't exist anymore.
Now, who's doing the role? Her
You.
designing the disguise or me? pulling
But it'd be Bagby. It'd be Bagby.
Okay.
Gotta love them +1 skills. 15.
Better than 0.
Hey, that's not bad.
You do fine. There's little green ears poking out of the top, but who doesn't have Baby Bjorn with green ears poking out of the top in this city?
Ori, I just made you the Mandalorian. And you have a tiny baby with green ears poking out of your back.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert. This version of Grogu's evil. Kill it now.
This is the way.
Who's Grogu?
Thank you, John and Dave was trending on Twitter today, where everyone was thanking Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni for doing their damnedest to bring Star Wars out of the gutter.
Say they succeeded. Just give them the franchise.
I'm still waiting for Favreau to just be given the reins of the whole thing. But the same thing with Patty Jenkins in DC. We just need to make it official. The
All right then, pitter patter.
why are we doing
season.
another voice?
I don't know why the voice is necessary, but I mean, if it helps you stay in character.
Oh, look at Ori. He's quite selling it, isn't he?
All right. Heading back to were you heading to the council district? Where were you heading? Yes?
Right,
Okay.
yes.
Yes.
All right. Arriving back at the council district, you find Bo waiting outside of the your office now, Bagby. He looks not much worse for the wear, but wearing new clothes.
Are you alright, Bo?
Aye. Tried to take me down to the medicals. Not today. Not today.
Good to see you on your own too. I mean, good to see you doing okay, Bo.
Why the fuck was he doing a voice?
We don't know. We don't ask questions.
There's a lot of things that we don't ask him about what he's doing.
Did you catch a fucker?
Look on his back.
Do I get to skewer him now or later?
Later, we have to give him an actual trial.
Oh, fuck that shit. Hey. Fucking city folk.
How's Lacey?
I fine with the she was in good hands. I don't know. I didn't see much point in me hanging out there.
Since I'm in my office, I'm going to have one of the pages sent for Axum.
Okay. I ain't heard from nobody else. Was hoping to hear something so I could fight something. It's not alright.
You did good today. You saved Lacey.
I got... It's not right the way they fought. It's not right. Shouldn't work that way. Should face somebody like a warrior.
Dolce's no warrior.
I'm learning that
Dolce's
more
a
and
pipsqueak, cowardly little asshole.
I'm learning that more and more. We've been out here. I've been following you around. You ain't get a fair fight nowhere.
Yeah, for sure they have different ways out here.
Don't mean no offense, but cowards and brigands, a lot. Anyways, should we get some guards or something?
I sent for Axum. He'll bring the guards. We could go inside so that Ori can take off whatever ridiculous thing he's doing with his cloak.
Even though we're,
Good. This is quite uncomfortable, as it turns out.
Do you got some money, Bagby?
I got money?
Money that works here.
Oh.
I need to go for a walk and all the healing and shit make me hungry as hell.
I will assume, and you can tell me no, but I will assume that in my office they would have some kind of currency exchange for me.
Yes, there's constantly a vault with some amount in there. There's a ledger you're supposed to keep.
Okay.
That's attached to it.
I will take out like the equivalent of 5 gold
Right.
from there and the ledger, and I'll fill out the ledger and everything, and I'll give that to Bo.
Okay.
And I will fill it out as mercenary expenses.
There you go. Hey, thank you. Stay here.
Maybe if you could, that's plenty to potentially bring some back for the rest of us.
Aye, that's the plan. I stay here, I'll kill that fucker.
Good call. There's a place with really good fruit, like down and around the corner. Fruits you've never had before.
Don't get much fruit. Alright, I'll check for it. He wanders out. He was pissed.
I know how it feels. Sure it's harder to be a hero than I thought it'd be. It's not the same anyway.
You can feel Dulce start to fidget on your back, Ori.
Oi! Might be a time to get a move on before this chap wakes up and tries to grout me.
He said groat. I just want that clear for everyone.
Don't worry, we tied his hands before we tied him to your back.
I'll take him off and tie him to a chair.
Oh, good. Okay, okay. This is where we needed to get him. That's nice.
He's sort of half head bobbing, eyes barely awake. If I had to put him at hit points, I would say 1. Do you engage with him at all? Okay. After a time, Axum shows up, and it's little after Bo re-arrives. Axum's winded. You can tell he's been running. Right. Where is he?
I point.
As security master and general, place you under arrest. Guards. They cut him away and they throw him in irons.
Now that you're in irons and that Axum is here and he's involved in all of this as well, you know, to save your own neck, you might as well just tell us what the overarching plan is, who you're working for, where to find Miracle / the other dude.
Highlight gang.
Highlight gang.
Assurances.
In other words,
Sorry, no.
talk.
Assurances. What do I have?
I won't punch you anymore.
It's not much of one, is it?
I don't know. Did you like getting punched by me? My friend Duncan here won't throw an ice ball on your face. My friend Crucible won't, like, you know, crush your windpipe.
No death penalty.
I don't think that's up to us.
Do you fear death?
Everyone fears death. And if they don't, they're lying.
Some thoughts?
They did find him in a brewery, Orcs. I cannot speak for the other council members. To be independent for me on what you have to say.
No.
You made an attempt against the lives of every council member. Against Master Nitma. And 23 others in that room. Premeditated. It had to be something juicy. That good enough for you, you shit. Hi. I'll start straight out. I don't know where the human is. Sent me a message. Said the Queen was going to be here. That's all I know. That was just an accident. Everything set up in there was, fail-safe. Didn't mean to use it, didn't want to. Taking out everybody. Can't pass that up. All my problems over in a day. You know who I work for? I work for the same thing that your Dumas does. You're human. Albeit a little more indirectly.
Why, though?
Because he sent me back. I died 52 years ago. Doing nothing. Choked in my home on a fucking chicken bone.
You gotta be careful with things like that. Maybe I should, I don't know, chew your food better or something.
You gotta be careful with pretzels, too.
Right?
Oh, don't eat bones. Go for boneless chicken. Saucy nugs.
I'm not an idiot. He killed me. I know he killed me just to send me back. So I do what he says, and I get to live.
Well, what does he hope to gain? Just
Are you kidding? Today alone, how many more souls were collected just now in violent death?
Simple as that. He wants people to die violently. That's why he wants war.
Lord of Bones. Ain't a whole lot to look for there.
Very straightforward.
I mean, I
He
feel
gets-
like that would just come naturally, though. Why's he got to work so hard for it?
Because it's a running tally. Whoever gets the most gets on top. That's how they work. I see your little amulet around your neck, Metal Man. Right now he's on top. But Miracle causes something big. Something he gets credit for. Like a war. Like an elder demon rising from the depths. All of a sudden, Kellenvor's not in charge no more.
That a really possible Crucible?
You know,
You may roll religion, if you'd like, Crucible.
if
22.
it is, I think I'm probably privy to it. As I gather my thoughts around it, this is what I can tell you.
Kellenvor wasn't always in charge of the Lords of Death. There are 3 of them. He is the Lord Death of Justice, weighed scales. He believes in balance, that when it's your time, it's your time. That's why the Crucible doesn't bring people back. Mirkul is the Lord of Bones. Numbers. That's it.
Who's the third one then?
Irrelevant to this conversation, but I can look it up real quick.
You had to know we were gonna ask. Because we're gonna go after the third one now.
Well, I did. No.
He's clearly the big bad. It has nothing to do with Miracle. It has to do with this third unnamed god.
Uh-huh. The one we haven't talked about yet.
Right. I just like story time with
Oh,
Crucible. I think it's
Cyric.
quite nice.
Cyric.
Those of us taking notes, could you spell?
Cyric. He's sort of the god of strife. He doesn't necessarily want people to die. He just wants shit to be terrible.
Wow.
So that's what I can tell you all.
Glad we're not dealing with that third one then.
I think he's pretty pleased regardless of what happens.
Right.
Crucible, I like yours the best.
Yeah.
Well, another thing you would know, Crucible of Kalimdor, he actually used to be a person that was risen
Yes.
to divinity. Same way as Gorm was. Used to be a dwarf that was risen to divinity. Sniffles, Lord of Minor Inconveniences. Allergens, Lord of... I fucking hate outside.
Ever since I met my grands, I've been curious if the gods are just, as bad as people are. Thinking they are then.
Are you just now figuring that out? Smart one, you.
You tell they're in some ways worse, kind of just exaggerated versions.
What do you get if you take a bad person and then you let him live forever?
Lots of bad things.
So yeah, I tried to kill you, and I've killed hundreds more. And I've helped start this little war, and I'll do it again. Because while you all march around and do your best, I'm in the prime of my life.
This really doesn't seem like a great sell for the whole leniency thing.
You don't know he won't send me back. So good luck.
We could always test the theory.
Yeah, his dad just passed.
I
Roland,
like the whole keep him alive in a windowless box,
roll.
Forever kind of thing, just to be safe.
I'll second that.
Since we're all being honest, I don't like either. But I've got all the time in the world.
I need a moment. And I leave the room.
Was I using too harsh of words for the kiddo?
Oh, he's old for his age.
Haven't asked about that yet, and I was gonna.
So what is the next step?
Anybody would please.
For me?
In the plan.
What plan?
Miracle's plan.
Oh, you're confusing things. I am not given a step-by-step analysis of what's next. I'm told what to do and I do it. In fact, if I'd have gotten away with this, I'd have been halfway to southern country by now. I imagine your Dumas doing the same thing I'd have done. You got caught. Lay low. You see us all as these... That's very nice of you. You think I'm a mastermind. Maybe here and there. But we're all just pawns playing a different game, kid. All you're doing is taking me out of play. Luckily, looks like he doesn't need just me.
I'm confident in our ability to take all the pieces off the board.
Yeah, you're gonna start killing each other then?
Off your side.
Right now, both sides are playing for the same person. He's controlling both sides of the board. No matter what we do, he wins.
Now you get it.
Oh, I got it a long time ago.
It's not okay. Fine, I'm oversimplifying it into it. What I'm saying, we're all the agents of chaos instigating this. We gotta find them all.
Cut off all the heads of the Hydra. Unfortunately, Hydra heads grow back.
Is it the sugar bowl that's on
And no matter what we do, no matter how many of you, of his servants, we kill,
I absolutely forgot.
he's getting what he wants. And nothing's going to stop him from just raising more of you and creating his own little army. All the time. So at the end of the day, it's not really our problem anymore. And it's kind of up to Kellamvor and Miracle to sort out their shit together.
Yeah.
Because no matter what we do, we're playing right into what he wants.
He won't let you.
Yeah.
He won't. You can't sit it out.
What if instead of cutting off the heads, like when somebody's pet, right? They get like some kind of surgery, and you don't want them biting at the stitches. You put that like cone thing around their head, and you just put that around their head so they can't bite anything, instead of cutting off the head, and then it doesn't get replaced by more heads.
Did anybody follow that?
I did, actually. And he made some sense. It's not about completely ending the servants, but neutralizing them.
Alright, so who's left? Your Dumas, yeah?
Dumas is the one we know. I'm certain there are others. This Gore.
Aye, we need to find the Gore.
And we need to make sure the box doesn't get opened.
We might need more boxes.
Now there's an idea.
Oklahoma, Florida.
What
There
if we
go.
capture them all and put them all in a box?
Okay.
The same kind of box.
Do you know how they made the first one?
We'll find out. I know
Well,
exactly who to find out from.
The person who made the first one is dead, but there are ways around yet.
All right. I'm not that much help up top. I can help down here.
E does not get out, does not go anywhere.
Oh, I have a very dark hole to put him.
If you feel like testing his theory and how much his master cares, feel free.
About that, the council will want a trial. You do not need to be there, Bagby. I'll sign them away as you're busy. But I will do my best to persuade life on this, I believe.
I will make sure you have a written statement from me, from recounting the things that happened this evening. And make sure
Everything.
you have
Aye.
those from the guards that
No.
he paid off and threatened as well.
Not just this evening. Anything he might have done. It all works against him now.
Well, I can get a written statement that he tried to put a hit out on me too. I know the specific assassin. We're friends. He's pretty cool.
That'll do.
Will the council take into consideration our thoughts on how his sentence should be handled?
Your thoughts are the only one that matters outside of their own. And weigh a whole hell of a lot heavier than mine. You're actually trying to deal with the problem. One of which they will all be convinced of by now. I need to speak with the Queen today. We need to move forward with our plan. More importantly, I need to move the armies north. I think I'm going to slightly change my plan. We were thinking of
Who?
caving in two of the larger concourses going north. I think instead we build strongholds. I know that it will cause outright conflict with them, but perhaps weakening the army slowly is the best way to go. We've sat back and let them grow, thinking it was the surface's problem. Dolce is proof it's not.
Does that not play into exactly what this miracle wants?
Perhaps.
By creating a stronghold, you just create more death.
Perhaps. Quite frankly, I'm not interested in trying to figure out what gods do and don't want. I just don't want an army walking down the main concourse, heading on our direction. Maybe it would be best if we all just did nothing. But I know that there's a Gore, Minotaur, Darkling army in the north that aren't just gonna sit.
I trust you.
I promise you, I will not be looking for a fight. I'll just be ready if one finds us.
Ori, Crucible? Thoughts on the change of plans?
No direct thoughts right now. I'm still thinking what I think what should be done with Dolph.
I'm confident in my belief that Dolce should be locked up. The change of plans on your defensive strategy, well, I'm no strategist. I'm just a battlefield medic, but I don't like the idea of trying to use defense by force of arms rather than simply blocking the way. But I understand the reasoning. These are creatures of the deep. You close the door, they'll find a window.
Hey. And if they want to fight, they'll find it no matter what. I'm just giving them a place we'll be ready if they want one.
Aye.
Duncan, what are you doing?
I just found myself a chair to sit in outside the room. And I pulled out one of those pictures.
Mm-hmm.
The one that when you put them all together, we know where Jenny is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm beginning to understand now. That Idris and Jenny, they're on that list of folk we gotta stop. And I don't like it.
Ah, crap baskets, you're right.
I stand up and walk back into the room, holding that picture. And I show it to everyone. And I just nod at them, because they know what I'm thinking. I don't like it either. But you know we're going to have to do it.
I won't kill either of those two.
I'm hoping we don't have to kill them.
You're absolutely right, Duncan. It's not necessarily a matter of wanting to. Let's hope we don't get ourselves in a position where we have to.
Aye.
No. I'm telling you now. I don't care. I won't.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you, from everything we have heard so far, if a lick of what Dolce said is true about the master he serves, killing the people instigating the chaos isn't going to do anything. He'll just bring them right back. We got to lock them all up.
Didn't he bring you two back? That's why your face is the way it is. So, and this isn't about killing at all. Hey. I was sharpening damn tools up in the north about a month ago. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, my decision, not yours. Hey, well, I'll go see the Queen then. Hey?
Right.
We've got her locked up in a secure location.
Lead the way then.
You're coming with?
Don't know, sorry, I was out to the room for a bit.
No. I'll handle this. You go do... Well, go chase the real problem.
Suppose that's what we got to figure out next then.
You need anything else from this piece of shite? He grabs Dolce, almost lifts him up off the ground as he stands him up.
Don't need nothing from him.
Alright. You fucking shite. One word, and I'll break your fucking jaw. Real hard to defend yourself at council then, won't it? He starts marching with them out. You are left alone.
Looks like we've got 3 tails to chase and nothing to do with them if we catch them.
Well, there's nothing we can do for stopping those minotaurs. It's not. That's a job for the army.
Hey. The army's too big. And Axum will fight him.
They follow the gore, though. Will they continue to charge without their leader?
I don't know nothing about them.
I'm seeing it 3 ways. 1, we look for this Gar. It'll be a hell of a fight getting to him.
Had to go through his army to get to him. I just don't think that's something we should do.
And 2, we do as we promised, head back to the capital. Deal with the humans. That's causing all the problems. Or 3, y'all mentioned that dead lady in the woods.
That idea you had about trapping everyone in a box. Seems like that might be a nice way to handle this.
Well, if we want to go that way, we can go one of 2 ways. And believe me, the bringing her back is less ugly than the second. Because the second is finding the box we're not supposed to find and putting everybody in it.
I've been down for bringing back Halliwell for like a week. So I say we go find Halliwell and bring her back.
Now, how do we stop the Idris and the Ginny from finding the box? Because that's what they're doing.
I feel like if we've got the other box after Halliwell, and then we went after Idris and Jenny.
At least
One.
them we can keep track of,
Right.
even if we're away.
Oh, aye, but if we're away and they're not.
If they've found the box, they still have to open it. We could get the box away from them then. But if they haven't found the box, then we can stop them from finding it.
Do we believe they have the knowledge of how to open it?
Idris seemed to think like he might be able to. Or at least Jenny thought he might be able to.
Hey, children believe in their dads, though.
Point is, if we've got another box, whether they have the old box or not, We could just put everything in that box. The new box, I'm saying.
Where are they right now, by the way?
I'll pull out my picture. Everyone get their picture out.
Looking at the picture. Go ahead and roll survival, everybody.
$15.
I don't have part of the picture, but I'll roll on behalf of Joe.
16.
11.
19.
Oh, Joe got a 19.
All right, 19, along with Duncan's ability to not get lost. You would recognize that the interesting part of it is it doesn't show that they're in. It can't show the Underdark, right? It's showing top down from Skyview.
Right.
So right now, you see that they are just north of the river.
Which river?
Let me pull up locations real quick. Sorry.
I'll be right back.
Is it the one by First Watch?
The southern river north of I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's just north of the Elderwood is basically where they are. Maybe 30-ish miles. 20-ish miles.
Close to that city where we met Tanel's daughter singing in the bar.
No, that's south.
So,
That's south.
I'm
of the
turned
river.
around.
You're fine. I can pull up the map real quick, actually.
So they're do I get a sense? Are they north of First Stone then?
This is the one time I don't pull up the fucking map before we start. Is then we could actually use it.
Because I think you mean the Adine River,
Yeah, it's the Adine. Well, actually.
or is it the one that goes?
So let me go ahead and show the map real quick. All right. So yes, it shows
Right.
just north up here.
So they're actually further east of First Stone.
They're pretty freaking far east.
Yeah.
So they're headed on the river that will take them all the way into the mountains then.
Or they're underground.
Right. They're most likely underground. But they're headed like northeast in the Underdark.
So where my cursor is basically where they're at right now.
Right.
And that's not First Stone, by the way. That what you're seeing there, that's not First Stone. That's First Stone. Clear over here.
Right. That's like I think it's called Palo.
Yeah.
Don't think we've been up there yet.
It makes me wonder what's up there.
Here's the thing. I think we should at least get Halliwell back and get her to work. I don't like it, but we need to move quickly. So I think I'm about to owe someone a lot of Taco Bell.
Right.
It's not a bad idea, Ori.
Oh, your da. Oh, shit.
I know.
Hey. Listen. I'm not going to go with you. I think it'd be smarter for me to head up.
Where will you go?
I'm going to go... If Bagway helps, I'm going to go to Krasden. The people that help there. Tell them what's up. And then to capital.
Can we give him something that people will recognize, so that at least, listen to him?
I'm not good with the magic stuff. Sorry.
No, I'm thinking something just so they recognize that you're speaking for us. Maybe, then maybe they'll listen to you. Well, I know the folks in Krasden would, but the capital, well, that's a harder one.
I'm a council member now, so I could just declare him an official member of the right and give him the special tattoo.
Y'all got tattoos?
More like a brand.
Oh, aye, is this the thing Duncan showed his ass to the senator about?
Never gonna live that down, am I?
It's a great story, mate.
Suppose it is.
You got to tell that one and to get drunk at the bars.
Don't think they'll let me get drunk there anymore.
Is that beer permanent?
Duncan, what do you mean? You're still a half foot taller than most of the people in this city.
That's true. I might be able to hear. It's a good point.
I wonder if your
baby.
tolerance is different now that you're 12.
Oh, you could get drunk on the cheap.
He was
Oh, that's
already
true
a
too.
cheap drunk.
Anywho, do you want to be an actual member of the right and get a cool metal brand tattoo?
I never said no to a free tattoo. I promise you, I've needed to.
I suggest getting it somewhere that's not quite so embarrassing to show people.
I don't know where. He pulls up his shirt and he's ripped Grandpa with like sailor tattoos everywhere.
Is there one that you're not particularly fond of? Because this is gonna cover it.
He rolls up his pants on the calf. I don't get it. As an open dialogue and I was drunk. It looks like a yellow rectangle with a face and weird pants on it.
SpongeBob. Okay. For expediency's sake, I will
Damn it, Norm.
make quick arrangements to have him inducted into the Right of Protection.
Okay.
It's Lincoln time. Hello, Lincoln. How are you?
Baby. Hello,
What you
baby.
doing?
Oh, hey there, Lincoln. How are you?
Say hi.
Did you have a fine Christmas?
Yeah, he did. He got so many presents. He got
What'd you
Eight.
get? What'd you get for Christmas?
8 new Curious George books.
What?
Wow.
Curious George is the best.
And they're all the OG Curious Georges too.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Some of those are weird, by the way. In one of them, Curious George sniffed ether. I'm not joking. That's a thing that's in the book.
Nothing so dangerous as a monkey on an ether bench.
Yeah. And then I think at the end of that one, the man in the yellow hat sold him to the studio system to make movies.
That's messed
I'm
up.
not joking.
I distinctly, as a child, remember an episode of Mighty Mouse
Are you gonna say
where
bye-bye?
Mighty Mouse grabbed some dust out of his super suit and snorted it.
That's back
Love
when
you, sweetheart.
cocaine was medicinal.
Yep. Night, Lincoln.
I'll see you later then, Lincoln.
Do you say bye-bye?
Good night then.
Love you. Love you. You look tired, Bubba.
He looks tired.
Who says it's not still medicinal?
If you're in Los Angeles, it is.
The Mighty Mouse was very upset about something, and so he snorted some pink dust from his super suit.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. I like to
Then
party.
he ate some dude's face.
Taiwanese bath salts.
And that's how Krieg was born.
Yes. You put it together. You and one of the other council members, not Axon, are there. They take you down to the lowest parts. Remember, there's a set of stairs through the council chambers, all the way down to the lava level.
Warm down there?
Yes, from there, there's Ignin, the fire dwarves, ready for you. Be honest, how much is gonna fucking hurt?
It's gonna hurt a lot. Not gonna lie to you.
I cast it out. I'm not even ashamed to admit that.
I cast the silence spell on myself so no one would hear me scream and they would think that I was a badass.
But then they can still see you flailing around like,
Alright, I'm an old man, be nice to me. Fuck! Gods! Fuck! Fucking Heelys! You Heelys! Any of you!
or however I do it.
Herbs. Boy. God.
Oh, here you go. I'm gonna need to save this other bag.
There's
though.
only so many times I can get burned today.
Yeah, I know. Oofda.
Alright. Now can I fly with this shit or what?
Did you have a nice treat?
It really doesn't let you do anything special. It's just, you know, it's kind of just there.
It makes you official.
Someone made the suggestion that who was it that said that you could somehow draw power from these things, but we just didn't know how to do it. It was something like, I don't know, a year in episodes ago, and then we just kind of never came back to that.
It's a good point.
I wonder if that's in Nitma's notes anywhere.
Might be worth checking out. Anywho, I gotta set something up. So I'll let's meet back up at what's a safe place?
Spirit of Mara?
Oh, we're going upstairs. Yeah, perfect. We'll meet at the Spirit of Mara.
Aye.
In fact,
Right.
they would be very helpful in me getting that set up. Yeah.
You're being vague as fuck. Alright. Cut to? We're back up top?
Right.
What were you setting up?
Well, essentially, I'm creating sort of an altar in the middle of the Spirit of Mara on one of the chow tables. With at 7 points, there is some nice smelling incense going, and in the middle of the table is the bag of healing herb, along with 7 7-layer burritos.
You took all my good corn flour to make this?
Listen, Mira, if it weren't for like the safety of the world, I wouldn't do this. And for the record, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And then the little bucket of Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia. And voila.
Bagby baby. Can you take the trash out, please? Thank you. You ain't master of shit up here.
And I like it.
Are we waiting for something?
I'm summoning Norm.
Oh, you just yell his name a bunch. Are you new to this? What?
I know, I wanted to be fancy about it this time.
This is, you stole all of my good corn flour for, I'm gonna, walking it off. Crucible, if I punch him, do I get arrested?
I can easily look the other way. Oh, what's that?
Crucible, the trash can is too high for me to reach. I need you to come help me.
Okay, guys, I gotta go do an errand.
That's
good. I'm being left alone in here and I look ridiculous.
That's a 19. 5 damage to the arm as you get dead armed by Lyra.
Ow! It was still damaged from last time. I didn't use all your corn flour. I brought some. I might have bought some of the burritos from other vendors. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. And with some few choice words, in Agata Devita, Norm, you idiot, show up. Hi, Laura's dad.
Thank you. Yeah.
Staring over your shoulder at us.
Oh.
What you doing? Are you winning? You winning? Are you winning, miss?
Yeah.
Are you winning, daughter?
Apparently, word was getting around about the wig.
Oh, good. 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 I hope they frame it and put it up in your for your next family get together. The Hey.
Oh.
Awesome. He just sits down and starts eating. I didn't even have to bring it this time. Did you guys get a Taco Bell here?
No, this is partially homemade and partially from local vendors. Say,
I'm eating one. Lyra sits down too. Holy shit. You're gonna tell me everything you used to make this, or I will knock your Sorry, Norm. I'm gonna threaten your kid. Yeah, man. You do you, man. I'm gonna knock your fucking block off.
Okay. I'll give you the recipe. Jeez.
She'll make. Now they have great fish and chips, and gorditas.
Fish tacos.
All right,
Make the tortillas in house. It sets up the flavor for the whole dish. Anywho, we need you to take us to a cabin in the woods where we're gonna bring some lady back to life. This sounds like a terrible idea.
Okay, yeah, I'm in for that.
There's always one person really stoned when the kids go out and do that. It's fine.
Can I finish eating first, or?
Oh yeah, of course. We should all eat. I'm gonna eat light because I never feel great after the thing. But yeah,
I had such a busy day of pretending to listen to an all. It was awful.
oh no, did you accidentally listen to anything he said?
He's been researching stuff from back in the day, and I caught some of it, and I didn't care.
Well, world on the brink of destruction. Some of it might have been. You know what? It's fine. It's fine.
I just couldn't figure out why he needed my trash can. He's got one too. Weirdo.
Where does his trash can go?
Well, it goes back to, well, they're all connected, interconnected. Yeah. I just hope he brings it back, man. I don't know where to put my trash.
What happens if you cross the streams?
You talking about sword fighting?
No. Like, if your trash cans are plain or portals and you have two of them, I can't. It's almost not worth thinking about. You know, I just take a little bit from the bag in the middle. Pack it.
I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Vamp!
and
Is it just him and his dog? Are we all there?
I assumed the rest of you guys were there. I was trying to summon him so that he could take us to Halliwell's.
We've probably come back in from taking the garbage out.
Right.
Duncan, you and Joe never left.
Oh, all
Joe's
right
been
then.
very quiet. He's just eating.
So in there. Great.
But yeah.
So where are we going to have your dad take us to then? To Halliwell's old place?
Well,
Do we need her body to bring her back?
yeah. Don't know if she was left there. I don't know if she was given a proper burial, but either way, I don't imagine she was taken far.
So we're going to assume proper burial then? Probably around where she was living. Who told us she was dead? Anyone remember?
Was it the King of the Fae? I feel like that's what I remember.
That sounds like I remember something like that vaguely as well. Maybe Joe can ask him then, since, he's not, he's owned by him now. So,
Hey, Tano. Were you the one that told us that Halliwell died? He's not answering.
ask him where she's buried then.
Hey, Tano. Where's Halliwell buried? He's not answering.
Maybe he has to come back from the bathroom.
What good is it then? To even be tied to him like that? Was he ain't even far? Can't even ask me any questions?
Hey, Tano. Are you pooping?
Does the
Yeah.
king say poop?
He's busy.
Okay. Oh, it's almost just not worth thinking about.
Cause the fae poop, right? I mean, everything poops.
Oh, just about. Partner everybody. Oh yeah, that is a very good and compelling point there, Crucible. I agree
And,
wholeheartedly.
For some of us, it's not as easy as for others.
Yeah, how does yours work, Crucible? Like, do you pee? Do you poop? Does it come out
I
as
don't
like
ingest anything, so there's a
years?
digestive system at all.
Huh.
I mean, but something's
I just have to
powering
make sure that I'm well oiled and lubricated.
you.
Huh.
Very quickly, just a quick prayer.
Piggies!
May Lady Umberley fill your sails with fortune and provide you gentle seas.
And Lyra slaps the drink out of your hand like,
What? You do that up there?
No underage drinking in my establishment.
But I'm 21 years old. You know that from
Not
me
today,
before.
you're not.
Fine then.
So, what constitutes a short rest? How long has it been since he turned himself into a young man?
Oh, it's a long rest.
Gotta take a long rest. I haven't had one of those yet.
Okay. I heard it as short rest
I
yesterday.
have
Well,
a feeling we're not gonna be taking a long rest
When
for
you're
quite a few days yet.
When you're 12, a short rest can be 5 minutes. But when you're in your 30s, 40s, a short rest,
well, I mean, we're all here. We're all having a nice meal. We're gonna need, and Norm used up some energy to make the trip here. Maybe we should rest so we can get to the next place and the next place after quickly.
I agree. Nap time.
Okay, I'm way ahead of you. Norm, don't sleep in my dining room. Norm, I will punch you so hard. All right, I'll
Bill.
find a bed.
I don't want to go to bed yet. I'm not tired.
You will go to bed right now, young man.
I don't want to though.
She grabs you by the ear.
Fine. Ow. Fine.
You're gonna backsass me. I'm gonna show you where to go.
Oh, there was a question that that Joe asked Tanel while you were gone, and if it was in fact Tanel that told us that Halliwell died, if it was him who knew and told us.
I believe that is true, yes.
And then he also asked Tanel where she was buried.
I don't think he asked right now.
I asked as Joe to fill time.
There would have been no response right now.
Yeah,
There was
see?
not.
I acted it correctly.
You
I
did.
said,
Okay.
hey, Tanel, where's Halliwell buried?
First thing you
He's
gotta
not answering. Hey, Tanel, are you pooping?
All right, baby. First up, you don't use the cell phone. You don't call me on my cell phone. Secondly,
Yeah, he's mad. I shouldn't do that anymore.
hey, goodbye 30 health. The All right. So you all get a long rest. Which is very important. It's important for young people such as Duncan to get a rest, long rest. Is he's still older than you, Bagby, isn't he?
I mean, technically Bagby is 9 years old, but that's like grown for a goblin.
You're staring down the barrel of a long ass goblin life too.
Yeah, I still don't know how and when. I have questions. Bagby has questions for Nitma.
She was so forthcoming last time.
Mm-hmm. Also, I would have taken all of Nitma's notes and stuff with me.
You could not have taken all of Nitma's notes.
I would have taken as much as I could.
Okay, it's a library full. I tried to establish that last time.
Yes.
It's a room.
I would have taken them going backwards, not starting at the beginning, but going from the most recent.
Most recent. Okay.
The most recent 5 or 6 books.
Duncan, there's a few things I want to go over with you guys while you're just chillaxing.
Right.
Okay, Bagby's gone. Okay, now it's just us guys. Duncan, I'd like you to roll investigation.
Mm-hmm. Could use a bit of luck there. Fine, one more bit of luck there. 9.
Okay. You got the wild hair to look at the map, because it's still interesting to you. But do you have any ideas?
So the map I have is it's the map of the sewer system, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that's all it is.
Yes, it's very large and
very
elaborate.
specific. Right, but it's just everything under the city.
Yeah.
And I know, or already know, where things lead back to. What are they called again? The pillars?
Crutches.
The crutches, there you are. So I know where the crutches are in relationship to all that thing, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a sense for how low the different passageways go?
No, because they don't show. It shows that there are elevation change here. It doesn't say how far.
Doesn't say how far.
And the different pages that are, randomly glued or stapled or whatnot, sewn in here and there, indicate that there are different levels as well. Some of them overlay each other just on corners, interlap different places, and you're just supposed to be able to follow that.
Right.
Do you get enough of a wild hair to ask somebody to help you?
I go to Crucible then. Because Crucible's never taken a great look at the map. Crucible. Look at this here.
What are you showing me here, Duncan?
So this is the map.
Right.
And you see there, things are connected. That's multiple layers is what we're really talking about here. In this over here, this is the whatever you call it. I can't remember again. The crutches.
Crutches.
Right. The crutches are here. And this is what I know we've gone through here like this. There's something here. I'm missing something. Have a look at it then. What you're thinking. I mean,
what to you appears peculiar?
all of it looks peculiar. That's why, you being, an officer and being, versed in solving puzzles and things, investigating stuff. Like maybe you notice something there.
Well, let me take a look at this.
I just start flipping through things and showing him different things that I've already figured out.
Okay. Did you roll for it already, Crucible?
15.
15 investigation. He's showing you known exits. This is the symbol for known exit, right? Like, this is clearly the symbol for exit because we've come in here and here, and these are clearly the symbols for exits. What you find interesting, Crucible, is that there's an exit right in the middle of the street where that big eruption where the dragon was. So there must have been an exit there, is what you think of in your mind.
So, right there. Remember what happened there? It's where that dragon popped out.
That's where we faced that dragon then.
Yes. How'd that dragon get out?
Well, there'd have to be an exit then.
That's correct.
Duncan, roll history.
$16.
This is the topmost level of the map. It's the easiest to understand, and it's the part you've looked at the most, just trying to get around the city. There was not an exit there. You are certain there was not an exit there.
So there was no exit there. But I'm looking at the map now.
I mean, something's obviously happened or something's been obviously hidden.
I make Bagby take a look at it.
Okay.
I look at it.
He explains to you what he knew from before. Previously, when he has looked at this map and studied it, this place, exactly where the dragon burst out through the ground, there was no exit from the sewer. Now, clearly marked on the map, there is an exit. A clearly marked exit.
So I'm thinking the map has to be magical in some way because it wasn't there before.
You know it's magical.
Exit.
I mean, we know that the map is magical because we can cut ourselves and put our blood on it, and it shows us where apparently Jenny is for some weird reason.
No, what direction you are.
That's what the blood does?
Yeah.
Oh, this whole time I thought the blood led us to Jenny.
No, it shows you what direction you are.
Where we're at, basically, because we have the map.
Oh.
It's like we're here now. It's like in the, like, you know, if you go to a large building and you've got lots of ways to go around there. We are here.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it looks like the map updates itself based on what happens.
I'd like to take a closer look at it then.
Mm-hmm.
I would too. I'd like to kind of really stare at it.
Specifically for the exits and entrances to see if I notice that there's any other new ones.
Okay.
Would you like that to be an investigation
Yes,
again?
please.
How about I do the help action instead of doing my own, and
Yeah.
I will help you to give you advantage on the roll.
That would be great.
Laura, by the way, I've been wanting you to do this for like 2 months. At the end of this, can you explain to these guys what ready action is? Because it's the most useful thing that nobody uses. Natural 20?
I got a natural 20 that time.
So that is an updated exit. Yes.
Right.
You also see, as you're looking through it, you can tell where the Assassin's Guild was. And you can see that what was originally a small door into that structure is now a larger door at the front. It's now listed as a slightly larger door on the map. And one of the smaller pages has moved from the north side of the map all the way to the east, and you didn't even notice.
An entire page did?
An entire page moved.
What was on that page?
Stuff you don't recognize. It's it looks like a map of Labyrinth. There's no. That's the problem with all of this. Unless you've been there and recognize what you're looking at, there's no clear this is what this is.
So an entire section of something moved, though.
Yeah. Something the size of maybe 5 blocks.
The map's changing. Which means the solar system's changing. All of that seen underneath it.
You've always heard that nobody's been ever been able to actively map it.
That would explain why no one can map this then.
And I mean, we know that Adinagard is essentially like the inside of a padlock, where it's constantly turning, but underneath the city is constantly turning and changing and moving. That's why they decided it was the best place for the box.
Oh, shit. What if the city is the box? And someone's trying to open it right now?
Could be.
Now you know where Jenny is. She's nowhere near it. And you know that Jenny is required.
Mm-hmm. Jenny's the key to opening the box. So as long as we keep her away, or as long as she's away, the box won't open.
No, she's the key to opening the vault.
Can we go find Halliwell's body now?
Let's go.
After a full night's rest, you'll have long rest. You, with Norm, travel to the Elderwood. Lyra lets you know that she's going to help Bo get to Adinagard. And he's not sure what to do, but he's going to do his best to seek out those cultists that you guys described. He's going to do his damnedest. Inspector Klubo is on the case.
And of course, we sent Venko ahead to integrate himself into their ranks.
Venko's with him, unfortunately. I was doing my best not to talk about him, but Venko is there the whole time.
Wow.
Never hated.
Venko and Bo, that is the worst buddy cop I have ever imagined.
Yeah, and they're gonna tackle all of the stuff.
Venko's body was never found halfway between the two.
There is an even chance that he just ends up overboard on the way there. Okay. You find yourself outside Halliwell's house. to remind you, Halliwell lives in a hut in the Elderwood, in a large clearing surrounded by gardens. A very elaborate farming and clearly alchemical gardens of some nature. Arriving, it looks unkempt. The plants are overgrown, there's weeds. Grass surrounding has started to overtake. And there's large cobwebs in and around the doors and windows.
Nobody's come to take care of the place. Unless you...
Why would they?
Well, no one's taking care of the place at all. It seems unlikely that she was given a proper burial. But somehow, there must have been some kind of way that Tamil knew. So that's confusing to me. Joe, have you heard anything yet?
No, he's not talking to me. I think I made him mad.
He's out of minutes, bro.
I began to search the grounds around the house, looking for, signs of a fresh grave of some kind, a stone, or maybe some earth that's been, dug up a bit.
I'm going to go in the house.
Okay. We'll do... Duncan, go ahead. We'll do what you see first.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Rolling
well today.
It looks like one of those situations in which people just... one of those apocalyptic style situations where everything's just left as is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yet, nothing's moved in a long time. Bagby, I'd like you to roll a con saving throw.
Am I within 30 feet of Joe?
Sure.
Then I get the +4, +3?
Morgan, what do I get?
Dude, I can't help you.
A 3, I think.
I think it's a 3 by default unless it's somehow leveled up.
I don't trust that.
14.
You are unable to enter the hut all the way. Upon cracking the door, the stench is awful.
Ooh, she's still in there. It smells real bad. Hey, Crucible, you can't smell, can you? You should go get her, because it's real bad in there.
Yes, I can smell, but I can go ahead and try anyway.
Racist!
Well, you said you don't ingest things. I didn't know, because I know
He can
smell
taste.
is really connected to tasting things, and you don't eat, so...
No, but I still have senses.
I apologize for my racism.
It's no problem at all.
Still a person. Still a
I have
person.
learned something today, though. Thank you for educating and not being angry with me and accepting the fact that
I've long since accepted I'm not your best friend.
that I am an ignorant goblin. And I
take
appreciate your understanding and your education, and I will work to educate now the rest of my people to have a better understanding about yours.
Norm's
Before he
coming.
goes in, I say, hold on, Crucible. And I scoop up a little bit of soil from the garden, and I just kind of poke the soil a little bit, and like two little flowers grow out of the little pot of soil in my hand, and then I hand it to Crucible to put under his nose.
So when I'm holding this under my nose, if I have to carry something out, you just make things difficult, Ori.
Get shit on, nerd.
I go ahead and enter.
Constitution save.
Yep. Do. Plus 3. 11.
11. It's eye-wateringly gag-inducing.
Do I get a bonus from the flowers?
Yes. You may roll with advantage from the stinkweed you were given.
Thank you, Ori. I truly appreciate what you did for me.
There you go.
That's not what you said in the moment. You can't change it.
Well, in the moment, I didn't know I was going to, like, basically not be able to barf, but feel like it.
You enter and you find the decomposing remains of Halliwell on the floor. Now, this has been some time. You got to keep in mind.
What, a couple weeks?
Yeah. Left to open windows and nature.
Guys, I'm not going to lie. This is kind of gross. So what exactly do I need to do? Do I need to bring this out? What do I need to do here, folks?
I would, as he's talking, I would just I would go in there, but as ahead of me, I would cast a gentle gust of wind to waft the smell to one corner of the house.
Okay.
As much as is possible. Of course, some would be set in.
There would be lingering. Roll your con save. Crucible, roll investigation to start looking around.
Mod 20.
Okay. What does that say? 15, 16?
16.
16. Okay. Yes, you were fine, Ori. Crucible, looking around, the place is a mess. While the outside is left as was, the inside was trashed. If you remember, it's basically 2 rooms. This hut, there's a bedroom on one side, and you enter into sort of a catch-all room, right? It's got the fireplace, it's got the table, chair, couple chairs, where she does her alchemical stuff. Everything's knocked over and broken. Dried blood on the walls. Whatever happened was grisly.
Pretty violent.
Okay. Violent. Ori. Yes, you are inside now.
I would try and find a tablecloth, a cloak hanging up, anything to wrap her remains in, to hopefully with Crucible's help, carry outside to a more peaceful place.
Okay, roll sleight of hand.
$18.
You are able to move her effectively. She seems very brittle.
Rigor mortis, yeah. All right. Crucible, can you help me get her out to the garden?
Most definitely. I place the flowers on top of her and help gather the remains.
They bring her outside. Duncan and Bagby, you would be privy to this.
She is wrapped up.
Yes.
Here.
So, how does this work then?
It's bad in there. I can hardly believe even under the influence of that thing that Adris could do a thing like that.
Crucible, with your investigation, that was a 20, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mod 20. Yep.
Your experience as a constable, it actually looked like the knife in question was near her body, and it looked like she was fighting herself. There wasn't another set of footprints around in the dust. There wasn't like a mysterious patch of splash that didn't hit the walls, you know what I mean? Like if somebody's in the way.
So guys, with what I saw in there, I'm not wholly convinced that anyone was in there with her. Or if they were, whether or not they even fought with her. To me, this seems like maybe she was possessed on her own. Or by someone else, or by something. And she was trying to fight it off by herself.
That is very troubling news. If it's a possession, then hopefully what was within her has come and gone. But if this is some kind of curse that was placed upon her, we need to check for that kind of thing, because if it's still on her when if she is resurrected, that curse will remain. Those things persist through death.
Can I roll Arcana to see if I know anything about that from
Sure.
all of my readings of how curses work and whatnot?
Sure. Also, if anybody'd like to examine the body further, you may roll medicine to do so.
Just an 11.
What Ori had said rings true for anything you've learned in your schooling. But again, you have no idea of what it could possibly be, or even if that's true.
Reluctantly, upon what Crucible told me, I wrap the body to examine and also detect magic, but I will do the medical examination first.
Hey, Ori, I know this is kind of gross, but if possible, maybe check her bones.
A few of them are exposed.
They probably would be, yeah.
16.
Medicine. Crucible, you got a 14, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Duncan, did you roll for it?
No, I did not roll for it.
Okay. Ori and Crucible, you do not see any markings upon the exposed bones that would indicate that sort of thing. However, the slashes upon her, what flesh is left, are shallow in some places, but there is one that is incredibly deep across the stomach. Ori, would you like to roll your detect magic?
There is no roll for it. It just, if I...
Okay. Well, your detect magic would indicate this room, it's still active, the magic upon it. It is the same markings that you have seen the shade within Dumas.
Silence.
Yeah, silence commit in the past.
Oh, Joe, I hope you brought holy water with you.
Which apparently is persisting into death. It's still inflicting upon her.
Joe, you brought holy water with you, right?
He does. He just said in chat.
Oh, okay, I see it's back there. I'm sorry, I was waiting for someone to do the voice.
I did. Patrick.
No, restoration is not a spell that I have.
I was talking to Morgan.
Oh.
Why would she ask you in chat?
I don't know. I'm really dumb. Okay.
I mean, I have been using chat off and on when
Okay.
I've been talking with my parents and things.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I understand why Phil would think that.
You don't have to defend me, okay?
I will always defend you. You're my cousin and I love you.
Aw.
Well, thank you.
Take it back.
You're
Take
also
it back.
my cousin, and you know me really well, and you know that I am really dumb.
Yes, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
I'll say it out
You kind
loud.
of just did, though, didn't you? You kind of did.
All right.
Joe does not have any restoration spells.
What kind of restoration are we looking at?
I don't think lesser restoration removes curses. I think you need like a mid-level or high.
Probably a greater
Lesser does
restoration.
not. No, lesser does not.
Yeah, probably a greater.
We're gonna need you to pour on that holy water.
Neat. Can you just open the wound then? Just pour it in there?
Yeah, Morgan says he'd use the holy
Right on
water.
there. It does its work. It knows where to go.
All right. Joe uses the holy water, pours it upon the remains. The magic seems to dissipate while your detect magic is up.
So it lasts 10 minutes. Gotcha. All right. Okay, I think we're good to go. Crucible, I trust from what you have told me about Kalimvor and justice and balance and whatnot, you are okay with us reversing a completely unnatural death such as this?
No, it seems like it was an unwanted death. It seems like perhaps she was not in control of herself.
Right.
I have no issues.
Okay, good.
But what about Joe? I mean,
What
he
about
did-
Joe?
He gave us the water,
Right.
so I assume that's consent, right, Joe? Right.
I mean,
I thought that's what you'd say.
technically, Joe, she's not going to be like undead when we bring her back. She's going to be resurrected.
Alive.
So
E?
he says E, which I think means ye.
The letter
means-
E.
Ye, do it. That's what
Yee.
Joe is saying. Ye.
Skrr.
Skirt.
Right. So
Just make lady alive is what Morgan says.
I take the magical wooden stave and I point it at her and kind of grimace, thinking like, oh crap, I hope this works. And hope that somehow I know what to do, and imagine it starts kind of glowing, moving and shaking.
All right. Roll a 20. Since you are attuned to it, Ori, you can feel it, despite it not breaking, you can feel it weaken just a little. Its destruction threshold is now at 3, as opposed to 1.
Oh, you're throwing in some wrinkles here. Gotcha. Do you really think we're gonna abuse this thing? I mean, come on.
I'm not going to let you. It doesn't matter if I think you are or not. I'm not going to let you.
This campaign's not going to last long enough for the charges to go away.
I don't know.
How many more people are we going to bring back in the next 2 episodes? 3 episodes.
It now has 0 charges. Each dawn it regains 1 charge.
I know how it works. I'm just saying, make a note.
I just had the brilliant idea as we wait for her to wake up. So, Miracle Lord of Bones just wants overarching war and violent death. What we really need Halliwell to do is make a crap ton of these things, and we just go around and bring people back to life, and that really pisses him off. Change the whole campaign. We're no longer people who are killing people to make war not happen. We're just bringing people back.
Interestingly, she can't make this. It's crazy how that works.
Oh, dang it.
Don't say that shit out loud before you do it. You know better than that. All right.
I wasn't going to do it. I was just thinking about it.
You were going to do it. You were going to do it. Immediately, her remains start to grow and change, restitch. It is not an instantaneous process. It is her falling apart in reverse.
Is that supposed to happen like
and it's
that?
slow.
The longer someone has been dead, the more exhausting it is for the caster. I think even if it is an object.
Mm-hmm. It takes a while. While you can see it, it still takes probably half an hour to complete.
Oh, did you see that? Oh,
bro.
amazing! Look at that!
Dude,
Did you see that?
bro, dude.
Yeah, like, was it there? And it was there again.
I feel like this staff is pulling energy out of me. Any guy got like some pickle juice or something?
Hey, we just added a new wrinkle to it. Go ahead and roll a con save, Ori. Careful what you role play. Laura knows.
Strangely enough, I feel nothing.
With your +3, because you're with Joe.
Nope.
Even with the +3, it's a 12.
We'll give you... That's 8 necrotic damage.
Ori, you're not looking so good there, Ori.
It already takes away my ability to cast spells for a day. But okay.
Don't care. All right. After that half an hour, you see a woman lying there, still unconscious but alive. On stream.
Oh, that's amazing. Look, you did that, Ori.
Yeah.
Good job,
What I
kiddo.
did. Oof. Oh, duh.
Welcome back, Halliwell.
Unconscious.
I'm just saying it to the void.
Okay.
So, do we
Okay,
try to
see.
wake her up then?
It's gonna take her a while to recover.
Right.
Bros, we should clean our house.
That would be a very nice thing to do, Norm. I'm gonna sit down for a second.
I've got that then. And I get it, and I run into the house and open all the windows up.
He animates a broom. You...
Crap, no, I've seen this one.
And I start
Triggered.
dousing everything with water then.
I wash dishes because I know how to do that.
You know how to wash dishes and take out the trash. You also pour everyone a stiff drink because that's the other thing you know how to do now.
And I demand a golden return.
After cleaning her house, placing her in her bed, it's evening. The sun is setting. She finally starts, her eyes start to flicker. What water?
Oh, right. I get her some water then.
Is it the same blood-soaked and...
No, it would be good water, not from... That's good water then.
Okay. It's a good call. Let's do that. Yes. Give her small sips.
Are you all right then?
Yeah, you're the right members.
Aye. How do you feel?
Tired.
That's because you were dead.
Really burying the lead there.
I was dead. What? Where?
What's the last thing you remember before you were dead?
I saw people. 2 men approach the garden.
Do you remember what they look like?
Hooded. No. A shadow. There was a shadow that attacked me. And then one of the men came inside. He took my tools.
Now those tools that they took then? Are those the tools that you used to make the box?
They're how I make all items.
So could you use those tools to take those apart then as well?
Aye, with the fire of the infernal.
Where does someone get that kind of fire?
Only the infernal plane. I have a stone from the great portal in the bottom of my fireplace that could do. Is it there? Look, boy, look.
I'll look at Ori and Crucible. Go look.
Investigation if you're looking. When macrame strikes back.
Okay, so investigation with a terrible stat for it at disadvantage. 11 or 13. So 11.
You sort of look around inside and don't see anything. Under the logs, under the fire, at the base. With that, you look underneath, and yes, there's a large angled stone with a bunch of runes written on it.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't see it before. Yes, there's a stone with runes down here. Yep. Sorry, it's here. It's here.
Well, it's good they didn't get that.
Ooh.
So she can't make another box for us?
Well, didn't we find those weird kind of tools at Dumas' hideout? Are those the tools they stole from you?
Right, who's got
What
those tools then?
Joe has them.
Joe has them.
Joe!
He would show. No, those mine aren't. Those look for medicine. Mine were hammers, chisels, a small sledge.
Well, you know two things. I know.
Everybody roll history.
Okay.
24.
15.
Bagby, what she describes next runs chills down your spine. I kept them all in a elongated tan bag you could carry around at your waist. Adris has been carrying an elongated tan bag around his waist.
I'm starting to think he was never possessed. I think he's full of shit. Adris has her tools.
Yeah.
That's where they're heading right now. Up in the northeast. In the Underdark. They're trying to find a way to the plane of fire.
It would still require skill and know-how.
Sure, he'll try to learn quickly. Or coerce one of the dwarves who made the tools.
I do not know of a infernal portal to the north. I know of one to the west. But that is where the land where you come from, Bagby.
Do you need your tools to make me a pocket portal like you made Nitma to send messages?
Message mapping, no. It is required a
I
stationary.
think your mic went out.
Message mapping, no. It was just too quiet, sorry.
Oh.
Message mapping, no. It just requires a stationary device. Wherever we put it, it can't move. What I did with Lyra, it was her desk. Nitma found a way to return the message with her stamps, which I can make. But the sending device must be stationary. It needs a spot in space and time. Anything that travels across planes needs a single spot. And you must position it so.
Could you build something here that we could take back to your offices, Bagby?
Well, I mean, I have Nitma's desk. Was Nitma's desk her spot? What was her spot?
It was a writing desk. I believe she kept it in her house.
Ah.
But I will need to go to wherever is useful. Once it's placed, it cannot be moved.
Right.
Well, it should probably be in Krasden then. But we already have one there.
We should just go. What we really need is the stamp.
That's true.
But it's it should be quite obvious, Halliwell, that obviously we need your help, but we will need to get you your tools back.
Let me rest.
Yes,
Let me
rest.
heal up.
Should we take you somewhere safer, or do you prefer to stay here?
There is no place safer. As long as the fire is lit.
And also, they all think she's dead, so they probably won't come back here.
I don't know how they got around it, but I cannot think of a safer place nearby.
Nearby may not be a limitation.
You have teleportation. My motherfucker Norm's outside, isn't he?
Sorry.
Yes. I will go with you. I need some things. Pry up the stone in the fireplace. We cannot leave it here.
Right.
Of course.
feel like that's going to take someone strong to do.
Well, you've got one of those.
Joe.
Right. You can put Joe on that.
Bagby, sweetheart. Clothes, please. I have a bag under the bed.
I go get them.
Crucible. My walking cane by the mop.
Go get it.
Help me up.
Yep. I would go to help her up as best I can. I have so many questions about what you've seen, but I will let you rest.
My legs, every muscle in my body feels brand new. Suppose it is.
Something in the wooden rod tells me that you'll feel more yourself in 4 days or so.
4 days isn't bad. You collect Halliwell. Where do you ask Norm to take everyone?
Let's take a step back here.
Mm-hmm.
There, Halliwell just said there are 2 portals she's aware of to the fire plane. So
There is the one
there's the north one. That's where
they're headed towards.
Yep, for Idris. And
then there's the west one. Remember, we went over the river of fire and we could see the fire plane below us.
Right.
So there is a way in
So
in Krasden as well.
So we're headed back to Krasden then.
We could attempt to get there either through there, or we could try and head off Jenny and Idris, but that would be very dangerous in the current state. So yeah, probably going to Krasden would be the safest place.
Get to the fire plane first and wait for him. Can you do that though? I mean, I've never been there. Is it super hot there? Will we die?
You do not need to go. You simply need an access point. The flames can erupt therein. Any fire that leaps from the magma pools of Krasden is infernal flame. It's the backbone of what Krasden is built upon. How do you think their technologies have expanded so quickly?
So what you're saying is that we've got to go stop Idris and Jenny from getting their flame. So we've got to go to the north one.
I do not know. She said she knew of one, by the way. Sorry.
You said there was 2. Okay.
Well, the second one is hers.
Mm.
Right.
Sorry, I thought she said she knew of one to the west and one to the north.
No.
I did too. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I must have misspoke. No, she does not. Or I wasn't clear. I guess my voice I've chosen for her is awful.
Well, it seems to me that Krasden is a safe place where you have access to the things you need, save for tools. If we are unable to if we are for some reason unable to apprehend the person who took your tools, is there anywhere we could find suitable replacements?
The Ignans themselves made them. They were a gift to me.
Great.
We know an Ignan.
Replacing them would not be a problem. As long as we had council access to Krasden.
Oh, hi, Master Bagby, council member, seat of Krasden and spymaster.
How long was I dead?
A bit.
Couple weeks.
Aye. That must be the smell around the house.
We tried to clean.
It's strange smelling your own dead corpse.
I bet it would be. I wouldn't know. So the Krasden then?
You could stay at our house. We have a ghost. His name is Herschel. He'll protect you.
You
I
get
don't know if you need a guard would be the best place for her.
no, child Krasden.
I am confused as to where our house is. I also have a house in Krasden. We don't have a Herschel there, but it's the size for goblin. It's goblin size.
I but need new tools and fire, and I can make you what you need.
To our Ignan friend in Krasden then.
Right. I want to step outside while you put your clothes on because that's awkward. And I leave.
Oh, yep. Oh, wait, I can't limp out. I'm holding you up. Crap.
Metal Man, seems like you don't give a crap. You want to give me a hand?
I help.
Metal Man.
Yep, I definitely help as well.
All right. I don't know why my throat is so hoarse. Hey, another sip, please.
I left the glass of water there for her so you could give her the glass of water, baby.
I do.
All right. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Bagman,
we need to get back to Krasden. If you could be... I don't know if this is possible, but if you can be gentle for her sake and partially mine.
One thing before I go. Meet me at the edge of the garden. I'll get there. You stand at the edge of the garden. Watch as she, maybe 15 feet from her hut, says some words under her breath, holds her hand in the air, then plucks a single flower and throws it. The entire hut bursts into flames along with the shed. The garden alongside starts to wither and die. And you can actively see the forest start to take the edges of the free space. All right, let's go. Elderwood finally fucking got me. Motherfuckers.
I'm sorry.
You had a lovely home.
Aye. You better believe I'm gonna get your council of yours to buy me a nice one down there, god damn it. It's Retirement City. I'm playing bingo, and I'm working for the government.
It be nice for Nitma to have a friend down there now that she's retired.
Holy shit, she's still alive. All right, I'm in. She's retired. Oh my god.
Norm, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Krasden. I didn't need to say it, but I felt I should say it.
You know,
Okay,
traveling
that's
this way
that
is
way
something
you
get
can know
used
what
to.
you're doing, and we're ready when the. Ah!
I feel like I've gotten used to it. Done it enough times.
In my youth. Did a lot of things in my youth, actually.
Maybe it's hard to believe she was ever young.
There's a lot of that going around. That's where we're going to end for the night. Thank you very much for watching tonight. Thank you very much for playing, guys.
Still trying to figure out what I was supposed to know when you gave me those clues to the map. I just don't know. I'm going to think about that for like a week now.
We'll talk about it later.
It's okay. Give Laura all the pieces to the puzzle. She'll go crazy. We'll be back tomorrow. We're doing other stuff. We're not playing Blood Moon. Sunday we should be good for regular Sunday stuff. But we'll be back normal scheduled shit pretty soon. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.
Have a good 2020, everybody.
Burn that
Couple
bitch
days.
down.
Do it.
Burn it
Midnight.
down.
At midnight tonight, it's going to be Ramon's time. 2020, 24 hours to go.